Welcome to This Explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we're unpacking the raw, unfiltered power of Priyanka Chopra's incredible speech on the 4 a.m. mindset. If you've ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day, or, like you're constantly playing catch up with your own life, well, this is exactly what you need. We're going to break down her blueprint for becoming completely unstoppable and look at how transforming your life literally starts before the sun even thinks about coming up.
So let's kick things off with a massive question. While everyone else is fast asleep, dreaming away, what if you could be quietly building a version of yourself that the world hasn't even seen yet? I mean, really think about that for a second. We spend so much time running around looking for an edge, a life hack, a shortcut in the middle of our totally chaotic days. But in her speech, Priyanka Chopra forces us to look in the one place most of us are actively avoiding, those pitch black, silent hours of the early morning. She realized super early on that her biggest advantage wasn't going to be found at noon, but way, way before anyone else was even awake.
Section 1. The 4 a.m. wake-up call.
Think about the total contrast here. When you embrace that 4 a.m. mindset, you are prepared, you're proactive, and you are surrounded by total silence. Now compare that to your typical 8 a.m. mindset, right? You're rushed, you're reactive, and you are immediately bombarded by a loud, demanding world. Waking up at 4 lets you proactively own the hour in total peace. You actually get to dictate the terms of your day, instead of starting your morning instantly reacting to emails, traffic, and that crazy chaos that hits the exact moment 8 a.m. rolls around. You are playing offense, absolutely not defense.
Section 2. Discipline over daily desire. Priyanka's message beautifully redefines the whole concept of discipline. We so often think of it as, a harsh punishment or some terrible restriction holding us back, but it's actually the exact opposite. Discipline is simply choosing what you want most over what you want right now. She talks about her insanely demanding schedules and how incredibly easy it would be to just choose the immediate comfort of a warm bed. But viewed through her lens, discipline becomes your ultimate tool for achieving self-mastery and, ironically enough, total freedom. By conquering that immediate desire to sleep, you essentially earn the freedom to become exactly who you're meant to be.
So how do we actually bypass that daily, overwhelming urge to smash the snooze button? It basically comes down to 3 steps. First, acknowledge the desire for comfort. It's human, it's totally normal. Second, vividly remember your ultimate goal. Like, why are you actually doing this? And third, and guys, this is the absolute key, you have to physically rise and move your body before your brain can even start negotiating with you. Actually, scratch that. Don't even give it a chance to negotiate. The moment you lie there and debate whether you should get up, you've already lost. Move the body, and your mind is literally forced to follow.
It all hinges on this single number, 4. It's not just a time on a clock, it is a serious psychological threshold. Because when you take control of 4 a.m., you truly fully own your hour. You prove to yourself right out of the gate that you are the boss of your own actions. And by extension, when you own your hour, you own your day. And ultimately, you completely own your life.
Section 3. The power of silence. Just sit with this incredibly powerful thought for a second. While the world sleeps, champions rise. We live in this crazy world that is absolutely obsessed with noise, with broadcasting every single move we make. But your true growth, your deepest clarity, and your absolute sharpest focus, all of that happens quietly, in the dark, long before the world demands your attention. This is the exact time when you build the solid foundation that everyone else is going to marvel at later when the sun is shining.
In that absolute quiet, totally free from notifications, social media pings, and just the general noise of society, something truly magical happens to your brain. Focus mode is unlocked. It's like a superpower. You access this level of deep, uninterrupted clarity that is nearly impossible to find later in the day, when the whole world is awake and pulling you in 100 different directions. This silence isn't just empty space. It's a wildly active, powerful tool for your mental focus.
Section 4. Train in the dark. Training your mind in the dark gives you these rapid-fire psychological advantages. It instantly sharpens your mental focus. It builds this resilient, practically unbreakable warrior mentality. It acts as a shield, completely preparing you to handle whatever daily chaos gets thrown your way. And finally, it ignites a level of self-discipline that is just unmatched. You are basically building up this incredible, unstoppable momentum for the day ahead. And this all builds into a highly practical daily battle plan. At 4 a.m., you wake up and you embrace that silence. By 5 a.m., you are actively training your mind. You're reading, strategizing, crushing your highest value goals.
By 6 a.m., when most people's alarms are just starting to go off, you are already fully armed and completely prepared for the world. You're securing massive personal victories before the sun even thinks about coming up.
Section 5. Becoming truly unstoppable. This brings us to a really profound truth about high achievers. 70% of success is the unseen preparation you do in the dark, while only 30% is the actual execution that happens in the light, where everyone can actually see it. People will applaud the 30%, sure, but it's that 70% you do at 4 a.m. when absolutely nobody is watching that guarantees the win. The fundamental truth of Priyanka Chopra's speech boils down to this single, powerful mantra: win the morning, win the war. Life is still of battles, right? It's full of chaos and unpredictable challenges. But if you can master those first few hours, if you can consistently win the morning through sheer discipline and focus, you inevitably win the war of life. You've already conquered the absolute hardest part of the day, which is yourself. So your alarm is going to go off tomorrow. That 4 a.m. hour is going to arrive, just like it always does. The only question left for you to answer is, will you win the morning? I really hope this explainer has given you that spark you need to completely rethink your potential. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.